Now we're in to review the Magic Speed 5 from ASICS. Now I didn't get to run in any of the previous versions, but I did see it a lot in the clinic and it worked incredibly well and therapeutically a lot for people. So anyone with forefoot pain, anyone with an Achilles, any tendons on the outside, anything where we're working in the sagittal plane, where we're coming forward and pushing off, because the shoe's very stiff and it was nice and friendly on the wallet. So far for this shoe, it is my shoe of 2026. Now it's only been a month, but I'm going to tell you why. And the four features for me are the stability, the stiffness, the upper, and of course the cost. So we'll start with the cost. $260 for a shoe like this isn't incredible. The shoe at the moment for me in my rotation, I'm going towards this over any of my other super shoes because it just works incredibly well. And I think only $260 where you're paying, $300, $350, $400 is quite good. So getting to the stability of the shoe. So when you pair this foam, which is the 4-foot blast plus with the 4-foot leap with this upper, I don't feel like there's any stability issues at all. I have a pretty neutral foot type. I'm a little bit broader for the 4-foot, which we'll talk about it a little bit later. But as long as your foot's gonna fit well, and the average foot, which we know from the research, should fit pretty well into something like this, isn't going to find any stability issues. So I found in the frontal plane, the rolling in and the rolling out, it felt great. Around the corners, it felt really good. When you put it in, I lace locked the shoe and did it up tight enough. I felt really snug. Obviously it has the race upper, which doesn't have a lot of stretch, and it's more that performance. But when you pair that with foam that doesn't compress as much, you inherently gain some stability. So although the midsole is quite thin, and if you compare that to other race shoes, it'd probably be very, very similar. When you hit the ground, you imagine if you're traveling and you're rolling out, if the foam doesn't compress as much, you're just not going to move as much. So the foam is going to basically elicit some force on your foot. So it is more stable. And we see that with some of the foams that are firmer. So Mizuno do a great job with that, say, compared to the Adidas Pro 4, which is quite soft. And you can feel that bottoming out. So when I hit this, and I'm a big guy, I put a lot of force into the ground, I feel like you get that real snappy feeling. And that's a bit of a buzzword in footwear because every shoe feels like that. But I don't feel it bottoming it out, and I don't feel like it bends too much. Now, of course, that is stiff. It does have a TPU plate through there. But when I'm hitting the ground, I don't feel like I'm getting any torsion. And I feel like I'm only going that far, which is great when I'm trying to run fast. So I did 6 by K this morning. I've been doing all my reps in it, and it's been great. I feel fast. Longer stuff I haven't done in it yet. I haven't gone over any kind of 10 to 20 minute thresholds just because I think there's some other shoes that are a little bit better, and I like something a little bit softer. So I've got the TPU plate in through the middle, not going to be as stiff, but between the foam and the upper, it does that on its own. So stability is amazing. That falls in with the upper. The foam, obviously they have some of the performance elements similar to their more race performance with the Metaspeed Edge and Sky. And this comes a little bit down, and I've run in the Edge, but of course it feels a little bit better because there's more foam. It's a little bit softer, but for the shorter reps, this has been perfect. Color's obviously awesome as well. So on the market, if you're looking for a cost-effective performance shoe, I honestly don't think you can go past this. And if you say compare this to another really great shoe that I love, which is the Evo, this is more performance orientated for me. The upper works a lot better. The foam feels firmer and snappier. Obviously this has a plate, the Evo doesn't, whereas the Evo has more utility. So I wouldn't, jog in this or recovery or anything like that, faster reps. And for a track shoe, it's going to work really well as well, where you want something that's, say, a little bit more protective. You want to protect the calves a bit more, say, compared to a spike. This is going to be great. And I think a lot of people would probably feel more performance orientated with this, pull up a little bit less sore. So I would gravitate towards this. So this is out now. Comparing to the last version, we're 50 grams lighter. I think we're 6 lower in the heel and 5 lower in the forefoot. And so far, the people I've seen in the clinic who have run in the 4 say that this feels better, but there's overall less shoe. So don't know how they've done it, but they've done really well. And it's not too often I don't have any critique of a shoe because it's just hard because it doesn't always work. Of course, being a race shoe and the upper, if you have a broader forefoot, if you're a 2E or you struggle with some rubbing on the inside of the out, of course, but that would be the case with any race shoe, you might struggle with that. But otherwise, for the average foot, it's going to work really well. So it's really stable, the upper's great, the foam is good, and the cost is even better. If you really do want something soft and you like that feeling of something soft, then I think you're going to be better suited to the Evo. But I think most people, when they're running fast, are going to like something like this.